Good morning, students. Today we are going to start chapter number 9. Chapter number 9. Internal trade. We have already studied about internal trade and external trade, means international trade, in chapter number 2, I think. Internal trade are those trade or those economic activities which take place within the geographical boundary of the same country. Trade which takes place within the geographical boundary of the same country is called internal trade. According to textbook, internal trade means trade within the geographical boundaries of a country. Now, classification of trading activities. Classification of trading activities. देख लूँगा. Classification of trading activities. ना हो जाएगा 10 मिनट. Classification of trading activities from the viewpoint of boundary. Means on the basis of boundary. ले तो 20-25 मिनट की बात है. On the basis of distribution. Then on the basis of payment. And last one is on the basis of delivery of goods. On the basis of delivery of goods. Now on the basis of boundary, internal trade, and external trade. External trade means foreign trade, international trade. External trade. Then on the basis of distribution, direct trade and indirect trade. Indirect trade is of two types: wholesale, retail. On the basis of payment, cash trade, credit trade. On the basis of delivery of goods, spot trade and forward trade or future trade. Forward trade. These are the different classification of trading activities. Classification of trading activities on the basis of, once again, on the basis of boundary, on the basis of distribution, on the basis of payment, and on the basis of delivery of goods. On the basis of boundary, internal trade and external trade. On the basis of distribution, direct trade, indirect trade. Then indirect trade is again classified into two categories: wholesale trade and retail trade. Then on the basis of payment, cash trade and credit trade. And last one is on the basis of delivery of goods, spot trade and forward trade. Now meaning of all internal trade, here explanation is not given. Internal trade are those trades we have already written, that which take place within the geographical boundary of the same country is called internal trade. And external trade, again trade which take place between two or more than two countries is called external trade, foreign trade or international trade. On the basis of distribution, direct trade and indirect trade. Direct trade is also known as zero level. Zero level explanation is the chart. Explanation of this chart is not given in your textbook. So in short, I am explaining direct trade is also known as zero level distribution system. Zero level distribution system. It means here there is no middleman between manufacturers and customer or consumers. So when there is no mediator between manufacturers and consumers, that is called direct trade. Means manufacturers are directly selling their products to their consumers. For example, Eureka Forbes, the products produced by Eureka Forbes company, they are selling their goods directly to their consumers. Indirect trade, wholesale trade and retail trade. In case of wholesale trade, wholesaler is a mediator. Wholesaler is a mediator which purchase goods from manufacturer in bulk quantity, in huge quantity from manufacturer and then selling it to retailer, not to consumer, to retailers. It means wholesaler is a middleman between the manufacturers and the retailer. Wholesaler, then retailer and then consumers. So wholesaler is a middleman between or link between manufacturers and retailers. They are purchasing goods in bulk quantity from manufacturers and selling it to retailers. Retailers are those sellers who are purchasing goods from wholesalers and selling it to, they are keeping variety of goods in small quantities and selling it to consumers. Means they are keeping such goods which are the requirement of consumers, local consumers. So they are purchasing goods in large varieties, means they have different varieties of goods and they are purchasing those goods from wholesaler and selling it to customer. Means retailer is a link between wholesaler and consumers. Next, on the basis of payment, cash trade and credit trade. When we are purchasing or selling goods on cash basis, then it is called cash trade. Credit trade, it means when we are purchasing or selling goods but making payment or receiving amount in future, then it is called credit trade. On the basis of delivery of goods, spot trade means here whenever buyer or seller, so for example, when buyer, either it is wholesaler or retailer, whenever they are giving order for the goods on the spot, they will receive the goods. That is called spot trade. Spot trade may be cash trade or credit trade. If buyer is making payment immediately, then it is called spot trade but in cash. And spot trade, second meaning, when they are purchasing goods on credit basis but immediately they are receiving goods on the spot. As they are delivering goods, as they are giving order, immediately they are receiving the goods. That is called spot trade. Forward trade means, in other words, we can say that buyer may be again wholesaler or retailer or consumer. They are giving order but receiving goods in future, not that time. At the time of order, they are not receiving goods. In future, after 2 days, after 3 days or 15 days, they will receive goods. Then it is called forward trade. So this is the short explanation about all these points. Once again, on the basis of boundary, internal trade, external trade. On the basis of distribution, direct trade, indirect trade. Indirect trade is of two types, wholesale trade and retail trade. On the basis of payment, cash trade, credit trade. On the basis of delivery of goods, spot trade and forward trade or future trade. Now, the first one is, in this chapter, explanation about indirect trade is there, wholesale trade and retail trade. So in this chapter only wholesale trade, retail trade and then other points are explained. The first one is wholesale trade. Now, meaning of wholesale trade, I have already told you that wholesalers are purchasing goods in bulk quantity, in huge quantity from manufacturers, then selling those goods to different retailers as per their requirements. Wholesalers are keeping their own godown also in order to keep the goods in bulk quantity, and according to demand they are supplying goods into the market. Market means to retailers. Now, according to textbook, a trader purchases the goods in large quantity from the producer, means wholesaler purchase the goods in large quantity from manufacturers and selling it to retailers. Sale. Here purchase. So wholesaler purchase goods in large quantity from manufacturers and then sell it to retailers. Means, in other words, we can say wholesaler is a link. Wholesaler is a link between the manufacturers and retailer. Manufacturers and retailers. Now, according to textbook, thus wholesaler is a connecting link between the producer, means manufacturers, and retailers. Then diagram is given: producer, wholesaler, retailer, and consumer. Means wholesaler is purchasing goods. Once again, simple explanation is there. Is purchasing goods in large quantity from manufacturers and selling it to retailers. And retailers are selling goods to consumers. So here we are not required to explain about consumer, because we are explaining about wholesaler. So it is a link between the manufacturers, between the producer and retailers. Now, services of wholesaler. Services of wholesaler. So wholesalers are providing services. One to producer. First one is to producer, and second was to retailer. Now, first one is to producer. So what type of services wholesalers are producing to producers? First one is order in large quantity. Second one is information of market. Here 6 points are given. So any 5 points you can take of your own choice. Information of market. Third one is freedom from the storage of goods. Freedom from storage of goods. Fourth one is freedom from worry of sale. Freedom from worry of sale. And fifth, freedom from risk. And one more point is given: relief in capital. These are the 6 points, but you have to do any 5 points of your own choice. Now, services of wholesaler to retailer. Goods as per requirement. Goods as per requirement. Next one is goods on credit. Goods on credit. Third one is decrease in advertisement expense. Then fourth, redressal of complaints. Redressal of complaints and freedom from risk. An easy one is guidance. Fifth one is guidance. Here also you have to take any 5 points, so take 5 points. So these are the services provided by wholesaler to producer and to retailers. To producers, order in large quantity. Second, information about market. Third one is freedom from storage of goods. Fourth, freedom from worry of sale. And fifth, freedom from risk. The first one is order in large quantity. According to textbook, I have already explained this first point, that wholesalers are purchasing goods in large quantity, in bulk quantity from manufacturers. So wholesaler, explanation according to textbook, wholesaler places order in large quantity to producer after receiving order from many retailers. Means wholesaler is receiving orders from various retailers, and then wholesaler is placing the order before manufacturers. So after collecting orders from various retailers, he is placing a huge order before manufacturers. So that is called order in large quantity. Once again, wholesaler places order in large quantity to producer after receiving order from many retailers. Second point, information of market. We all know that demand fluctuates. Trend of demand changes according to taste, preference, habits of consumer, according to the income of consumer, then according to price of product. Means there are various factors we have already studied in economics, that various factors are there which bring changes in demand. So wholesaler is collecting information. Wholesaler obtains information from many retailers regarding the demand of product, taste, preference, fashion, etc. And then same information wholesaler is forwarding to manufacturers. On the basis of such collected information or available information, manufacturers are producing goods or manufacturers are bringing some changes in their products. So they are producing goods or changing the color, size, price, weight, etc. on the basis of information which manufacturer has collected from wholesaler. So wholesaler is providing all relevant information, all important information about the market situation, about the taste, preference of consumers, about the current trend to the manufacturers, and wholesaler is collecting such information from various retailers. Means in simple language, one line explanation, wholesaler is providing all important information about the market to the manufacturers. Third one is freedom from storage of goods. Means freedom from storage of goods means manufacturers are free. Means manufacturers are not required to set up their or establish their own separate godowns. They are producing goods and selling to wholesaler in bulk quantity. Means wholesaler have their own godown. They are purchasing goods in bulk quantity from manufacturers and keeping those goods in their own godown. It means wholesalers are giving a relief. Relief means removing the tension of manufacturers to set up their own godown. Manufacturers are not required to establish their own godown, own warehouse on behalf of manufacturers, we can say wholesalers are investing money in establishing, in constructing godown or warehouse and keeping the goods in those godown or warehouse safely. So manufacturers are free from storage of goods, means manufacturers are not required to store goods in bulk quantity in their godown. So according to textbook, wholesaler purchase the goods in large quantity from the producers and store in his own warehouse. Hence, producers has not to store the goods. Means producers are not required to store the goods. It means producers are not required to set up, to construct their own godowns. Fourth one is freedom from worry of sale. Whatever goods are produced by manufacturers, manufacturers are not required to take any stress, any tension regarding the sale of products into the market. It means directly to the consumers. On behalf of manufacturer, who is playing the important role in selling the goods to the market? Wholesaler. They are purchasing goods in bulk quantity, in huge quantity from manufacturers, and then selling those goods to various retailers. It means manufacturers are not required to think about sale of products into the market. On behalf of them, who is playing the important role? Wholesaler. Means wholesaler, once again wholesaler is removing the tension, the stress of selling of goods into the market. So freedom from worry of sale. According to textbook, wholesaler purchase the goods in large quantity from the producer. Hence, producers will be free from the worry of sale of goods in a small quantity. Means they are not required to think about the sale of goods into the market. Fifth one is last point, freedom from risk. Freedom from risk. Wholesaler purchase the goods from the producer and stores in warehouse, so producers remains free from the risk of wastage, destruction of goods. Means whether goods is spoiled or destroyed, or whether it is not sold into market, such type of risk is taken by wholesaler on behalf of manufacturers. Means another important advantage for manufacturers, that wholesalers are removing the tension, the stress of different types of risk which occurs on goods. Means wholesaler is taking all types of risk on behalf of manufacturers and giving a relief to manufacturers from every type of risk. They are free from all types of risk. Once again, according to textbook, wholesaler purchase the goods in large quantity, keeping them in godown. Means all types of risk is taken by wholesaler on behalf of manufacturers. Now to retailers. Goods as per requirement. The wholesaler supplies goods. In one line explanation there. The wholesaler supplies goods to the retailer in sufficient quantity. Sufficient here means according to the requirement of various retailers. Wholesaler is providing, wholesaler is supplying or selling goods to these different retailers as per their requirements. Second one is goods on credit. Another advantage to retailers provided by wholesaler, that wholesaler is providing goods, selling goods or supplying goods to retailers on credit also. According to textbook, the wholesaler sells the goods on credit to the retailer. Hence, they can carry out more business with less capital. Means retailers can expand their business, retailers can do more business because they are getting goods on credit facilities from wholesaler. Third one is decrease in advertisement expense. According to textbook, the retailers obtain the advantage of advertisement given by the wholesaler and efforts of sales promotion. Means all types of advertisement in order to increase the sale in the market. Wholesaler is bearing all types of expense of advertisement. Means on behalf of, we can say that on behalf of manufacturers as well as on behalf of retailers, the advertisement expenses of advertisement is incurred by wholesaler in order to increase the sale. So retailers are not required to spend additional money on advertisement. Then redressal of complaints. Redressal means solution. Retailers is collecting complaints regarding products, regarding services from various consumers, or we can say from various customers. So retailers is collecting all types of complaints regarding products, regarding services from various customers, and then forwarding the same complaints to the wholesaler. Wholesaler is forwarding the same complaints to the manufacturer, and immediately solution will be given by manufacturers to wholesaler, and then wholesaler is providing solution to retailers. Means wholesaler is giving solution to every problem to the retailers. According to textbook, the retailer conveys the complaints to the producer. Retailer is forwarding the complaints to the wholesaler, not to the manufacturer. Here producer is written wrong. The retailer conveys the complaints to the producer, okay, right, through wholesaler, received from the customers. So whatever complaints retailers are receiving from customers, they are forwarding the same complaints to the wholesaler, then wholesalers are providing the same complaints to the manufacturers. Then manufacturers are giving solutions to wholesaler, wholesalers are providing the same solution to the retailer and then to the customers. Last one is guidance. Guidance, simple explanation is given. Wholesaler gives the advantage of his knowledge, experience to the retailer. Means all types of knowledge, experience regarding the product, how to use the product. Such type of knowledge is given by the wholesaler to retailers. Wholesaler gives the advantage of his knowledge and experience to the retailer. Particularly, he gives guidance regarding price of goods, its use and sale. In this way, this topic is completed. The next topic, retail trade, we will do in next lecture.